All right, guys, this video is completely different than what we normally upload on the channel. So I just want to first off say thank you for clicking the video. I'm going to get straight to the point and then I'll give you some thoughts and opinions. I am going to try to achieve what they call the Grand Slam of sheep this year. So if you guys are unfamiliar with what the Grand Slam is, let me actually read it for you. I Googled it, so thanks to Google. I've got a pretty good definition of what is considered the North American Grand Slam of sheep. The Grand Slam of North American sheep, also known as the North American Sheep Slam, is a hunting achievement where a hunter successfully harvests all four species of wild sheep in North America. So that's Dall sheep, stone sheep, bighorn sheep, and desert bighorn sheep. So guys, right now I have what they would call a half slam. This is the first ram deadhead I ever found, and this is a Rocky Mountain Bighorn. And then recently, if you've been watching the channel, you've seen me out there looking for a desert bighorn sheep. I found multiple of them. This is the most recent one I found. So that's kind of the big news. I'm going to try to complete the Grand Slam this year, and I tried to keep it a secret for a while, and I thought about keeping it a secret until I finished it, then I would share it with you guys. But after talking with some friends and Casey and Matt, I really decided that what I love most about documenting and sharing this type of stuff and anything that we share here on the channel is kind of have you guys involved along for the ride. So I want to invite all of you to follow with me while I attempt to complete the Grand Slam of sheep this year. One thing's for sure, I'm going to complete it, but I don't know if I can get it done this year. So again, we've got these two already. And I just booked my flights to Anchorage, Alaska. I'll be heading up north to look for the Dall sheep. So the Dall sheep is the all white sheep. They have really long horns. They're considered thin horn sheep. So the Dall and the stone are the thin horns. The Rocky and the desert are what they call the big horns. So the thin horn sheep actually are longer, but they're not as thick as the bighorn species. So I'm super excited for this challenge, guys. I would have never thought in a million years that it would come down to this, or like I would attempt to do something like this, because personally, as you see in the shop, I'm a huge fan of antlers, antlered wild game, and hunting shed antlers. And I never really cared much for sheep, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way I do. Sheep feel almost unobtainable because it's very, very difficult to draw a sheep tag through public draws. I know a lot of people that are waiting 20 plus years, sometimes 30, and to hunt them, it's very expensive. So recently I titled my desert sheep horn. I found a $50,000 desert sheep. And the reason I did that, because that is about the average price of what it would cost for a tag and a guide to hunt desert sheep. Typically, they offer those south of the border down in Mexico. But yeah, sheep are really, really hard to hunt because it's just so difficult to get a tag. If you're going to go for the sheep Grand Slam, you're most likely going to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you're going to do it through guides and outfitters, which up north, most of those places you actually do have to be guided. I'm no expert, so don't take that for anything too serious. But in my experience, I know it's hard to draw a tag here in Utah. A sheep tag is what they consider a once in a lifetime species, and we can only apply for one species at a time. So personally, I'm over 20 years, 20 points applying for moose. So that puts me out of the pool. I don't even have a chance to draw, and obviously to draw an out-of-state tag is very difficult. But fun fact, I wanted to see how many people have been issued an award and documented a Grand Slam. And again, don't hold me to any standard, guys. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. But I found this website, and it's called Grand Slam Club or Orvis or both. I don't know. But I found this PDF document. This says this is the documented Grand Slam holders, and it is numbered all the way down to, I think, somewhere in the 2000s. So if I look at the bottom, it's 2,269. So again, I could be incorrect, but if this is updated, well over 2,000 people have completed the Grand Slam. They've harvested all the sheep species, the Dall, the stone, the desert, and the bighorn. Now, I'm not saying I'm the first person to try this. I actually know that there's a few people who have this in mind as a big goal. And I'm not saying that even if I complete it, that I'll be the first in the world to complete it. But what I want to do is be the first to document it and the first to share it. I think that's cool. I've documented everything since I started packing a camera around, so this is going to be no different. And I'm not doing this for any type of award. I'm pretty sure there's no such thing as the Deadhead Grand Slam. But hopefully someone picks something up through this series, whether it's just entertainment. Maybe they can learn a tip or two as I travel and try this for the first time. But the biggest thing I'm personally excited about through this journey is it is going to lead me to people and places that otherwise I would have never been to, and people I would have otherwise never met. And that's what I'm most excited about. Sure, I want to collect the sheep. When it comes to a challenge, I'm a pretty motivated guy when it comes to like inner challenges, something that like it's up to me to make it happen. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that are helping along this journey. There's people who have helped me learn about desert sheep. There's people who have put me in units that have desert sheep. I am hiring an outfitter service in Yukon because I don't have any other choice. I found someone who does Dall sheep hunts, and they also do moose hunts. And I asked them if they'd be willing to do a shed hunt for moose, but also a few days to actually go and look for stone. So I feel like stone sheep is the highest risk for me. It's expensive, time and travel, everything included, and there's not much time. I think we're going to spend 3, maybe 4 days looking for stone sheep. So wish me luck on that. And then I will be flying to Alaska in July to look for Dall. So if all goes well, if I find a stone and I find a Dall on these trips that I have booked, I will have what they consider the Grand Slam of Sheep, or the North American Sheep Slam. I'll have it complete by August, and that's the goal. But more than anything, I just want to invite all of you to follow along this journey. I'm leaving soon, tomorrow, to head to the Yukon. So if you guys want to be included on this journey and you want to stay up to date, the best way to do like daily things is follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is just @GetHushin. And I'm going to be loading stories up on there and reels and anything I can daily, or at least nightly, because we do have Starlink up there. So guys, I'd love for you guys to follow the journey. I'll try to put on as many YouTube shorts on this channel as I can. But make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We're doing the Grand Slam of Sheep, guys. I cannot wait. This whole idea did not come from me, by the way. I sat next to a gentleman on the airplane coming from Sheep Show from Reno to Salt Lake, and his name is Gary Adams. We had a great conversation, and I was showing him pictures of my Rocky Mountain sheep, and out of nowhere, he kind of goes, "You like a challenge, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love OTC hunts. I love things that give me a challenge, things that give me something to set a goal and work towards." And he goes, "You could be the first person in the world." And again, I'm unsure if that's the case. And I was like, "What is it?" He's like, "You could be the first person in the world to find the Grand Slam of Sheep in deadheads." And a light bulb went off. And guys, I have been obsessed and addicted to the idea of finding sheep deadheads ever since. And you probably noticed that shed tour on the year took a hit. I didn't get out and look for elk sheds as often as I normally do, which is one of the cons, right? I haven't been able to enjoy some of my favorite places and also some of my favorite people who we connect through shed hunting. I've had to sacrifice that in order to go to new places and meet new people and try something different. So more than anything, this whole journey has nothing to do about myself. What I hope people get out of this is like, in life in general, obviously we're in the hunting community and we share all this kind of stuff with you guys. But more than anything, I want to show people that you can set a goal that seems unobtainable. It may seem far-fetched. People think you're crazy. People might think you're stupid for wanting that. I'm chasing this goal whether anybody likes it or not. I don't give a dang. So if anybody could take away one thing out of this journey, it's just that anything's possible if you're willing to put your mind to it and if you're willing to put work into it. So that's it, guys. I just want to let you know, please join me on this journey for the Grand Slam. If you've watched the videos of these, you didn't know it then, but you are joining me already in the journey of the Grand Slam. I just wanted to tell you guys, now that I have both trips booked, that it's going down. So wish me luck, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.